9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Bethany Van Delft, and this is the 10 News, where we get the lowdown on what's up in the world. It's Thursday, June 10th. With a change in the seasons comes some wild weather, so grab your umbrella and let's get into the 10. Depending on where you live, the summer months may be full of stormy weather. Summer has a reputation for bringing on whipping winds, thrilling thunderclouds, and brilliant bolts of electricity. But why is summer so stormy? Storms need heat and moisture to form, so it makes sense that storms happen more often in the warmer months of the year. Weather experts are predicting a particularly harsh year for extreme weather.
Okay, that's bad.
Last year, there were more named storms, those storms that are named by the U.S. National Hurricane Center, than any other year on record. In response, the Biden administration decided to double the amount of money for communities to use to get ready for extreme weather this year.
Excellent!
No matter what your forecast looks like this summer, one thing is for sure. Summer is one of the most amazing times to witness the power of nature. Are you mad about meteorology? So is our correspondent Kenny Curtis. He's here to talk more about summer weather and the extreme storms that can come along with it.
Hi there, everybody. Kenny Curtis here with another reminder that wherever you are, there's weather.
Right. And sometimes it's stormy weather, especially in the summer months when storms can pop up suddenly without warning. Here's what kind of weather to be on the lookout for this summer. First of all, thunderstorms are the big ones. There's flashing lightning and thundering thunder, and there are about 16 million thunderstorms that happen every year. In fact, all over the world, there are more than 1,800 of them happening right now.
No way!
But what makes a thunderstorm, and why do they happen more in the summertime? Well, thunderstorms need high levels of humidity and lots of rising warm air in order to form. So that's why they're more common in the spring and summertime. But everyone knows that the best part of any storm is the lightning. But it can also be the most dangerous. Lightning is a spark of electricity. It's created inside storm clouds when the warmer air rising from the ground combines with the very cold air in the upper atmosphere. These two groups of air have different kinds of molecules that can get out of balance and generate electricity. To be honest, there's a much longer and more complicated explanation, but I'm going to skip over that part right now so we can get to the thunder and the lightning. Now, the spark of lightning in a storm is so powerful that it actually makes the loud noise we call thunder. It's true. The energy from a lightning bolt heats the air so quickly and so strongly that the air explodes outward, creating the sound of thunder. That's how it normally works anyway, but lightning and thunder around the world can get really extreme. Have you ever heard the old saying, lightning never strikes in the same place twice? Well, there's one spot on Earth that proves that old wives' tale very wrong. It's called Catatumbo lightning, which happens only in Venezuela, where the Catatumbo River meets a lake, and it's a lightning storm that happens more than 260 days a year and can go on for up to 10 hours at a time. This spot is known as one of the most electric places on Earth. During the most active part of the season, you can see lightning flashes up to 28 times every minute.
What?
And if you think that's wild, imagine catching a glimpse of ball lightning, or as some people call it, great balls of fire. Ball lightning is just what it sounds like, free-floating orbs of electricity. Supposedly, they also hiss. The phenomenon is very rare, and there is no consensus as to what causes it, but people have been spotting ball lightning for centuries. Some people have reported it breaking windows, entering buildings, and even exploding. Some even say it leaves behind a stinky, rotten egg smell of sulfur when it leaves.
Gross!
Some storms bring more than just rain and lightning. You might also experience a hailstorm this summer. Now, during a hailstorm, small chunks of ice rain down from the sky. These are called hailstones, and, like lightning, they're formed when the hot and cold air meet. Hot summer air rises from the ground and pushes drops of rain in a storm cloud up into the really cold part of the upper atmosphere. It's so cold up there that these raindrops freeze into ice balls, even in the summertime. And then, because basically they're now just heavy, round ice cubes, they fall straight through the warmer part of the cloud and onto the ground below. Depending upon the severity, hailstorms can injure people and cause damage to buildings and aircrafts. Some hailstones can get as big as 6 inches around. That's a lot of ice. In America, the largest hailstone ever recorded was found in Vivian, South Dakota. It was 8 inches across and 18.5 inches round. That's basically the size of a volleyball.
That's incredible.
Tornadoes are another serious weather phenomenon that can happen any time of year, but they peak in certain places during the summer months. Scientists don't know exactly how tornadoes are created, but they form inside severe thunderstorms called supercell storms. Tornadoes are extremely dangerous. Some can have wind speeds of up to 300 miles an hour. They can send cars and debris flying everywhere. And like lightning, there are many types of tornadoes, including the dangerous fire tornado.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is the thing. Fire tornadoes are made up of flames and can reach up to 1,000 degrees inside. Now, keep in mind that while these strange weather phenomena can be fun to learn about, they can still be very, very dangerous. Summer storms can be destructive. That's why it's always important to seek shelter from the storm and follow any safety precautions carefully. But it's also good to remember that most storms don't last too long, especially in the summertime. And now, when a storm does blow through, you might have a better idea of what's going on out there. Because whether you know it or not, the weather is always there. See what I did there? Weather and then weather. Okay.
One thing is for sure, when those storm clouds roll in, I'll be heading inside. Thanks to the wacky weather report, Kenny. It's a pride party all month long here at the 10, and we are excited to celebrate with LGBTQ listeners, fans, and family. Pride means something different to everyone, so we're looking to share stories from all our listeners right here on the 10 News. Whether you are part of the LGBT community, an activist, or an ally, we want you to tell us what Pride means to you. Grab your adult and give us a call on our new phone line, 877-10-NEWS, and leave us a message. That's 877-TENNEWS. Or, of course, you can email us at hello@the10news.com. And to learn more about Pride Month, tune into our episode from June 1st. Now let's check in on some headlines. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and her husband Prince Harry have welcomed a new baby girl to their family.
Woohoo!
Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, or Lily for short, is a name that honors both Harry's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, and his mother, Princess Diana. A certain chicken nugget must have looked really sus to one online buyer. Allegedly shaped like a character from the game Among Us, the chicken nugget sold for nearly $100,000 last week. That doesn't sound like a Happy Meal. And that's not all, gamers. Get ready, because one of the biggest events in the video game world starts on Saturday. It's a gaming convention called E3, where tons of gaming companies from Xbox to Nintendo showcase all the cool new games they've been working on. This year, the event is all virtual and will be streamed online for free.
Yes!
And back to some weather news. The World Meteorological Organization has announced the tropical storm and hurricane names for 2021. Starting with Anna, the list goes through 21 names alphabetically, ending with Wanda. If there are more storms than names, the organization has an additional 21 names lined up just in case. Lucky you. It's
What?
What's the big idea?
Trivia on the 10. You don't have to stay on Earth to find crazy clouds and souped-up storms. What planet is home to a storm known as the Great Red Spot? Is it A, Jupiter, B, Saturn, or C, Mercury? Did you guess it? The answer is A, Jupiter. Astronomers have been studying Jupiter's Great Red Spot since the 1800s. The spot is a storm called an anticyclone because of its location on the planet and the direction it rotates. This storm has super speedy winds that top out at 400 miles an hour. Too fast, too furious. But the Great Red Spot is actually changing. Powerful telescopes show that the spot is now a deeper red and getting smaller.
Uh-oh.
But no worries, it isn't disappearing. Scientists say it's just changing as it runs into other storms on the planet. They think the Great Red Spot is here to stay for another few centuries or so. Time's up! But before we go, here's a quick note for the grown-ups. Thanks for listening to the 10 News. Look out for our new episodes on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and extras on Saturdays. You can go deeper into today's stories by visiting the10news.com. The 10 News is a co-production of Small But Mighty Media and Next Chapter Podcasts and is distributed by iHeartRadio. The 10 News creative team are all wondering if their names made the hurricane list and includes Kate Hale, Tracy Crooks, Pete Musto, Jenna Pasqua, Stephen Tompkins, and Sarah Olander. Kenny Curtis contributed to this episode. Our production director is Jeremiah Tittle, and our executive producers are Donald Albright and show creator Tracy Leeds Kaplan. I'm Bethany Van Delft, and thanks for listening to the 10 News. $100,000, huh? You really got to make a chicken nugget last for that price.